dog was at alert, barking and growling with his hair on his back standing straight up. When I walked into the room, he turned to me when I said, "Barkley, what is wrong with you?" He whimpered but stayed in the same alert position and pointed like the Brittany Spaniel he was. He was looking at the doll. I had put the doll on the dresser, I was sure of that, but now it was sitting at the foot of my son's bed. I walked over to pick it up, and that's when it began laughing that horrible laugh again, and then I saw it move towards me. Now, normally, I am not scared of anything. I watch horror movies for entertainment, have read all the Stephen King books I could get my hands on, and have spent time in cemeteries at night. I have seen ghosts and seen an exorcism, but this made my hair stand on end. Not just on the back of my neck, but I swear every hair on my body. I felt weak in the knees and I whimpered. That's when Barkley attacked it. As he was tearing it apart, the room grew colder and colder. I could see my own breath. The doll began screaming as loudly as I was screaming. Then suddenly, it was over. Or so I thought. I picked up what remained of the doll and put it in the burn barrel behind the house. Though it was like Arctic cold outside, I still placed that doll on fire with gasoline and a match. I was thinking it must be possessed, so I was standing there praying as it burnt. The smoke that was billowing out of the barrel was the darkest black smoke I had ever encountered, and it smelled terrible. Like a cross between sulfur and something dead. Finally, I went back into the house, assuming there would be no more problems. I went to the local Walmart and bought yet another Tickle Me Elmo to replace the one I had burnt. I wasn't gonna explain to my 4-year-old and 5-year-old that the first doll was possessed by any means. It went over without a problem. Thinking the whole ordeal was over with, I tried to go back to my normal life. Well, that didn't exactly work out though. I started having nightmares about that freaking doll. I would wake up screaming, and my husband was beginning to think I was having a nervous breakdown. In all the dreams, that damn doll would come back with black eyes and a knife. I would always run into the kids' bedrooms only to see he had killed them, and then I would feel the knife in my back as the doll jumped on me and began stabbing me. That's when I would always wake up. It got so bad, I bought a nightlight for my room. 6 months went by and my kids grew bored with their Elmo dolls, so I donated them to Goodwill. Now one night, my daughter came into my room as my husband and I were getting ready for bed.
Mommy, I thought we got rid of the Tickle dolls.
You could hear a bit of fear in her voice. Honey, I said as I turned around to face her with that feeling of dread rising up in my gut. We took those dolls to the Goodwill 2 weeks ago, remember? My daughter shook her head.
Well, you missed one, Mommy. He was lying on my pillow when I went to bed, so I put him in the toy box.
She started crying, and you could just hear the fear in her voice as she squealed.
He's back in my bed, Mommy. I'm scared.